Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to use SewWhatPro. We're going to use a cutting machine and an embroidery machine, and we're going to create an SVG in SewWhatPro to use on our cutting machine. And then we're going to cut out our material and then bring it over to our embroidery machine and load the PES design and be able to use our material in the applique design. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the PES file, and I'm going to choose this one that says A Pumpkin. I'm going to choose Open. Okay, and it's really cute, but I don't need all that stuff. I just need for the cutout, okay? And then once you have it selected just on that one part that you want to cut out, and you can choose any of these die lines, they're all exactly the same. But you don't want to choose that because it'll try to create an SVG of that, and we don't want that yet. Or we don't want it at all. So then you're going to come up here to this blade. This is what a blade on a cutting machine looks like. So we're going to choose that, and it's going to give us the option to choose save as a JPG, an SVG, or both. And I'm just going to choose an SVG. The inflation factor means that you're going to have your die line out, printed out onto your stabilizer, and then you're going to put your cardstock or fabric or whatever you choose. I used felt in the previous video, but I don't use my machine to cut fabric yet. I have an older blade and I haven't replaced it yet, and I just haven't tried it yet. So we're going to do cardstock because I know that I can do it. Anyways, the inflation factor will make it where it goes over a little bit over the die line. And that way, whenever your tack down comes through, it actually has something to tack down on top of. If it goes right in without an inflation factor, it's just going to put it right inside of your stitch out. So it's not really going to hold it in there. So you need to have a little bit of an inflation factor. I suggest playing around with the different numbers. I'm going to choose 1.05 and click Save Cutouts. It's going to save Applique Cutout File A Pumpkin 01 SVG. Choose OK. All right. And now from here, you're going to want to get it from your computer to your scan and cut. However you choose to do that is up to you. This is how I do it. And this is a Windows 8.1 machine or 8.0 machine, I believe. Yeah, it's just a Windows 8 machine. I'm going to go, I open up a folder. It doesn't matter what folder you open, but I need to go to the desktop. And in the desktop, I have a pumpkin file, and then I have a pumpkin 01 for my SVG. My SVGs look like this. They have a little green arrow on them. I'm just going to grab that. Oh, my scan and cut's not plugged into my machine, so I'm not taking it anywhere. Remember to plug your scan and cut in. All right, so it's going to show up as a removable disc. Okay, so I'm going to grab a pumpkin 01, remove it, set it into the removable disc. Then I'm going to open removable disc just to make sure it's there. And it is, so we're good. All right, so I'm going to meet you guys over at my scan and cut, and we're going to cut it out in cardstock. All right, see you in a second. Okay, I'm over here at my machine. Let me put it up a little bit. And, oops. Okay, so we're going to go to the home screen. And I know everything's a little bit wobbly. I'm on a tin, forgive the mess too, on this little like metal cart thing. It's nice because it moves around, but it is a bit shaky. Okay, so we're going to go up here to Save Data, and we're going to go to the computer. Let me go where we saved a pumpkin 01. Oh, I didn't mean to push backwards. I meant to press that. It's retrieving it. We're going to say yes, we want that exact one. We're going to click on it, and we're going to add another one for the back, okay? All right, so let's take this one, move it over. Let's move this guy down just a little bit. I like having a little bit of edge around my stuff. Okay. And then let's add a test cut. And I like my test cuts underneath what I'm cutting. Okay, then we're going to choose cut. Alright, it's going to say 1 minute, and it might take me a few tries to get my blade setting correct, so I might cut that out of the video. So if there's like a little lapse in what's going on, that's why. Don't see any reason for you guys to sit through that with me, struggle with me. Just know it happens to everybody. Okay, so let's put our thingy down, our dust cover, load it up. So that was pretty painless. Now we just take it off of the mat. Oh no! The price tag was still on it. I didn't catch that. Okay. So it should have cut through, but like I said, my blade is getting old and my videos are just coming faster than my blade is, and I'm sorry. Just when I get inspired, I want to play and I want to share. So, but at least you'll know what yours looks like when your blade starts going bad. It starts cutting only half of it. It's really annoying. So, I'm just going to trim this up with scissors. It's not the perfection I was going for, which is why I buy the machine. You know, you want really nice cutting, and hopefully you'll get them. And don't let this video be an advertisement for how good stuff can get with this. I've had this machine almost a year and I am just now getting a new blade. Okay, so I love this thing. Anyways, so now I'm going to take it over to the embroidery machine and we're going to embroider out. We're going to have it stitch out these pieces and also the lettering that says Boo. We're going to put our ribbon in there and everything, just like we did in the embroidery video. Alrighty, see you soon. Okay guys, so I got my cutouts, but now I need to take the PES file and put it onto my sewing machine or my embroidery machine. So I just opened up another folder. Like I said, it doesn't matter what folder it is. Luckily, I have the removable disc open. That's what it's also called, is for the machine the embroidery machine. It's also the removable disc, same with the scan and cut. And I use the same cord for both. And I have a Brother SC425, so I don't know if that's going to be helpful for some of you. But so I just go over here to the desktop and I open up Pumpkin, and then I open up a Pumpkin PES. That's the one that's going to have the Boo on it, okay? And I'm going to take that and I'm going to choose removable disc. I'm just going to slide it right into there. Open up my removable disc and double check. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to the machine and pull it up. So I'll see you guys in another second, okay? Okay guys, I wanted to show you really quick. This is the felt one I did yesterday, and this is all hand cut. You can see how awesome it is. Totally joking. But see, it's all straight on the bottom because one thing, I'm super lazy. Another thing, I'm just not that good. I don't take my time to do it. I guess that's part of being lazy. I'm just lazy. So I have a scan and cut, and on my scan and cut, I was able to take it using SewWhatPro. I'm turning it into an SVG. My blade is dying, so it's they're a little furry, but able to make this the same size, but it's going to hang over a little bit so that the stitch will be able to get it. And then it's going to do Boo and all that good stuff. So let's just jump right in. Okay. Okay, so it'll have 4 steps total, just like the felt design. This is a design that we digitized in SewArt last night. Okay, and just cut some ribbon I like doing 4 because the numbers just make sense to me, but it does not matter. Okay, so we're going to pop this out. We are going to put our presser foot back down so it kind of holds this in here. Okay, oh, let me bring it more close. Okay, then we're going to take some just regular old sticky tape, and we are going to tape it inside of that pumpkin. Okay, so you can put as many as you want, as little as you want, just as long as you want. It's super cute. Really, really easy. Okay, so let's just put them all together for now to kind of help us. And then we're going to put it right there through the middle. And now we can kind of move it around a little bit better where it'll look better once it's all hanging. Okay. So you can kind of go crazy with this idea. There's so many different things you can do. And if you have an embroidery machine and a cutting machine and you love them both, this is a great way to make use of them and get used to doing applique cutouts before you try doing it on fabric. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so, and I had an inflation factor of 1.05, and it looks like it might be just a tad too small. So I think in the future I would probably go up, but we're going to see how it works out. Okay, so that's what we have to do to that. And then we're going to place one of these. Let's see which one looks the best. Okay, we'll put the best looking one in the front. Okay, and this is going to tack it down. And it's okay to have it go through the tape. So you just want to tape it down gently. Oh, I probably shouldn't use regular tape. Dang it. All right, well, I'm going to be taking my time. I would suggest using painter's tape because sometimes regular tape will pull up your cardstock. Okay? All right, and I don't know why my thing is up there, but it needs to go be down there. I'm afraid it's going to grab this loop. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh, here we go. Let's just move that over here until it's set itself. Oh, wait. What are you doing up there? Oh. Oh my gosh, I get the biggest nerd in the world over. Oh gosh. I didn't put my hoop back on the machine. I'm trying to get it to start up in the edge. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry about my dog. We're getting a delivery right now. And she just goes crazy. I'm going to take my other pumpkin and try again over the top. Okay. Because it doesn't look like, see how it got on there? I always try to say thank you, but it's hard with the dog. And also, I think because it's not a perfect shape, it is something I created by hand and sew art. Oh, duh. It was wrong side up. That looks like it's going to actually get everything. But like I said before, play with the inflation because you never know. Oh, let's go to number 2. And I know some people get really irritated whenever I do have my problems and I work through them in the video, but those people are very rare, and I just want you guys to know that I'm really, really grateful for those of you that allow me to fumble, but I do it because we're all human, and if I give you a perfect video, that's going to not make you feel, it's going to make you feel like you're miles away from being able to create stuff like this, and I don't want to convey that because you're not. It's not exactly like I had hoped, and like I said, next time I'm going to make the inflation a little bit bigger, but that's kind of the fun in trying things and seeing what your settings would be, okay? So there's our pumpkin. We're going to unfortunately not have a back for it that's cut out nicely, but I think that I'm just going to slap a piece of felt on the back of it. All right, so, but we're still in cardstock mode. So now we're going to do some satin stitching on cardstock, and I'm gonna put this in fast forward, but a lot of people question if they can do greeting cards and things like that with cardstock, and yes, you can. You absolutely can. I made a really beautiful card for my grandma about a week before she passed away, and I'm so grateful that I went ahead and did it, and it was easy peasy. So this is just tearaway stabilizer, and it's ready to go. Okay, so it did its beautiful stitch out. That is Boo from Planet Applique. So pretty. So look how cute that is. So it trapped all of that in there, and it trapped your loop up there. Okay, and so there's the back. We're going to take the back, and normally we would have used that second piece. And I guess I can cut another piece. Like I said, I am lazy. That's loading up the mat and all that stuff, and remembering which side because I'm cutting an uneven design and all that stuff, and it's all the right way to do it. However, I'm impatient, and I get so excited about the outcome that sometimes, well, most of the time, I just want to make a video. I don't want to have to do all the extra stuff, try to make it perfect or anything. Just trying to give you guys a concept of it and what we're doing here. Okay, so this is going to be our final stitch. This is going to be our adorable bean stitch, okay? So place that there. Make sure all of your ribbons are out of the way. Okay, so it's all done. Look! How cute is that? Okay, let me zoom out. Okay, so this is our thing. This is the back part. We're going to go ahead and pop it out of our hoop, okay? And we're gently going to take the tape off of this top piece. Like I said, next time don't use, see it did a little bit. Don't use that kind of tape, Stephanie. And anybody else who's listening. Okay, that's a little bit on there. I'll take the time to scrape that off later, but you guys should not have to live through that. So with that, let's get it off of these sides. Yeah, that was the worst idea, and I knew it almost as soon as I did it. Because with this being the tearaway, tape on the back too, and because we have the felt on the back now, and we don't really want to see the tearaway, you want to get it kind of cut it at the side and then tear away from the back. See how it's getting really close in there? Okay, you just want to do that. If you have just 2 squares of paper, it most likely won't show because it'll be so thin between the two. But if they do, just try this technique even with the paper. You'll just have to go a little slower. Oops. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm just gonna cut out everything real quick and I'll be right back with you. Okay, there it is. Oops. And there's the back. I still need to trim that stuff, but I wanted to show you guys real quick. It still turned out cute even though I had to use both of my pieces on the front because I wasn't paying attention to directions. And there's the original. So I'm going to be able to give these out and or decorate my own house with them in different places. So either way, I'm pretty excited with how it turned out. All right, I hope you guys had fun, and I hope that this was helpful for everybody who has an embroidery machine and a cutting machine. Alrighty, see you guys later. Bye-bye.